peer-led seminar, what's it all about? Well, a seminar where you're organising it on behalf of your colleagues, your friends, your fellow researchers, and ideally for a much broader range of people as well. Must never forget that the university is full of people who are looking for interesting things to come and learn about. So look wider than just your department, I think. We can think about the organisation in a number of headings. First of all, I think, why? The purpose. Why are you running this seminar? Is it just disseminating fascinating information, perhaps about your research or your interests? Let's not forget that it may be actually so there's something good on your CV. It may be for your own self-publicity. I have arranged a seminar. It may of course be for the speaker, if that's not you. It may be something that your speaker wishes to have on his or her CV as well. So there's often a number of objectives in arranging a seminar like this. It's clearly very important to know what the subject of your seminar is about and exactly who's going to present it. How does that then fit within your department, within your discipline? Perhaps it's a multidisciplinary sort of subject, so how does it fit across the various disciplines, various departments? Has your speaker got credibility? Are they going to attract suitable audience? Then think about well, the audience, exactly who might be attracted to the subject and how are you going to reach them then? Publicity is really important. So think about the lead time for the event. We're all familiar with getting emails, tomorrow there's this wonderful event on, and it's too late. On the other hand, you don't want it to be in 3 months' time is a seminar because that's probably too early. So, give people enough time but not too much notice. Check that it's not conflicting with anything significant that's happening either in your department or across the university. And see if you can find a really good message or a hook to draw people in. Also think about exactly where you're going to run it. Is it in a small conference room? Can you get a larger one? Maybe a more publicly visible one if it's something to do with your own publicity that's of interest. Think about the timing and perhaps you could provide food. You know how easy it is to get people to attend a seminar if there's lunch provided. It certainly draws in the crowds. So think about things like that and obviously be prepared if you suddenly get lots of responses to your invite to perhaps find a slightly larger room, or ideally book a room which can be enlarged so that you don't have to tell everybody it's going to be in a different place. Now all this sort of stuff leads on to the bigger question, well, who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for the food? Does the room need to be paid for, and so on? The great thing about being here is that RSSP actually provides a source of funding for events like this, up to £300 to pay for a seminar. And if you can convince them, then the Impact Acceleration Fund also provides a fast path to getting money if you can show that your seminar will actually have some impact beyond the research that you're talking about. So if it has some industrial impact or whatever. So you can find sources of funding, perhaps even in your department if those don't suit, which will help to fund the food, the arrangements and so on. So who's going to speak, what's the subject, who your audience is, how you're going to reach them, where it's going to be, who's going to pay for it. Those are probably the key things that you need to think about as you're organising a peer-led seminar.